Congressman, I want to shift gears into your son because it's a big national issue. I've got to say that he just continues to impress everybody in the liberty movement, that he so deftly handles all these attacks. He has Joe Biden coming out against him in private meetings saying he's got to be dealt with. He's got Chris Christie coming out. He's got the president coming out against him, Karl Rove coming out against him. When the entire establishment is lining up against somebody, you know they're good. And the way he's really trying to defund the foreign bribery, the foreign aid, the way he's standing up against drones, I tell you, what is your take on them all lining up to shoot down Rand Paul?
Well, it's a pretty good indication that he's probably on the right track.
Yeah.
You know, when all the bad guys gang up on you, but it sorts it all out because, you know, there's a few Republicans that do it too, and a lot of Democrats. But the leadership of both parties can't stand any of us. So because they are but one party, they pretend there's a great deal of difference. But if we reveal the truth, how many in the establishment, Republican or Democrat, you know, would you know, even consider anything we say about giving Bradley Manning a fair trial or Snowden a fair shake? They're not going to do it. And this is you know, I think people are beginning to realize, because the information is getting out, you know, a little bit differently now than it used to get out. We got 100% of our news from the three majors. That doesn't happen anymore.
I've only got a few minutes left with you. Again, former Congressman Ron Paul joins us. I want to talk about the big announcement that you're going to make here on the show. I guess a day early. We're honored. But first off, looking at the future here, as you said, there's new media, there's alternative media. The numbers show in the aggregate we're bigger than the old media, the state-run media, drudgereport.com, Infowars.com, the constellation of sites that Ron Paul, who's joining us, has. I mean, overall, they've got metrics out there. We're now bigger than they are, but they can still unify and kind of regurgitate the same news, and then sometimes we even kind of get caught up in debating whatever talking point they've put out. But short-term, mid-term, long-term, what do you see in your historical crystal ball looking forward? How do you think this is going to go for the establishment? Because they are losing the people. Just last week, the Pentagon came out and admitted that they've got to stop lying to the people and said they're losing.
Yeah, and the papers are fading quickly. The Globe and Washington Post, you know, they're the old media. There's no doubt about it. So I have two thoughts on that. One, I brag about it, compliment young people because they're attracted to it. We were able to run, you know, very successful campaigns and organize a lot of people through the internet. At the same time, we know technology is always advancing. And I think the question boils down, will the technology advance so quickly that our government can neutralize us and know everything that we're doing with the internet and cancel us out when we make use of it? Or will we be able to get around them and be able to have our own protection about government invasion or some alternatives? Can it become internationalized? I don't know these techniques, but it's going to be technological because the government's not going to go away quietly. They will have to admit one of these days that the days of the three majors dictating everything to us are over, that the access to the internet and what we're trying to do, you know, with our new programming, I think is a real challenge to them. But under the conditions of today, that's what we have, and we have to make the best of it.
Incredibly said, and I'm not trying to sit here and gush over what you just broke down, but that's the battlefield, and the establishment in cybersecurity admits this is a takeover. They're saying the Pentagon, the CIA will be involved in domestic psyops. They've always been, but now they're openly announcing it, and that they want to use technology to crush the public and manipulate social networking instead of the people using it to restore freedom and liberty. So there is a battle, a war going on. Do you agree that we're entering the event horizon, and that it will be the individual out there right now becoming a citizen journalist and supporting independent media who will decide the future of this fight?
Yeah, it will be, and we have to come to the understanding that it's just, you know, if you're a reporter for the Washington Post, that you have certain protections that we don't have. Everybody has the same protection for freedom of speech and publication, and everybody is a reporter, so everybody should have those same